party people? Nick McCree here on today on another Monday. We are officially starting over and relaunching our Mix Mondays with Nick McCree. And today's episode is going to be featuring a song, the upcoming single from David Borner, a gospel singer David Borner, Don't Give Up Now, featuring gospel artist Dave Martin. All right. So we'll be jumping into the session a little bit to just go through some details, some groupings, and pretty much just how to glue some layers together. All right, you ready? Let's jump right on in. As you can hear, we've got the session already loaded and playing in the back. And right now, we don't have any vocals on. We just have music playing. So just to kind of give you an overview of what came in on this session, there's already some assignments and stuff that's already been done, so we're kind of already jumping within the mix. You've got maybe about 7-8 channels of programming and some sort of programmed percussion. That's the first grouping here in purple. You've got live drums, and I've got a few replacements for enhancements also layered in with them. We'll go through that briefly. Bass guitar, live bass guitar. You get about 4 tracks of guitars, 2 clean, 1 solo lead, and a distortion guitar. Piano and live organ. Strings, pads. Auxiliary rail, so you've got like some Moog whistles, an analog, and some bells, and then a few sound effects, right? And under that, you've got your BGV vocals, and then of course your lead vocals, which we'll get to lastly. All right. For the most part, let's go ahead and preview the music just for a second, and then we'll work on gluing some of these sections together. All right. Take a listen. All right, didn't know the camera was still on me. So, as you guys can hear, you can hear pretty much some layering and gluing that's already going on. I want to go ahead and focus pretty much right now with guitars and piano organ beds. All right, so and I'm gonna go to this hook. All right, so as you can hear on this hook right now, pretty much you just hear the distortion guitars and the solo guitar. I'm going to isolate the distortion. On it, it was pretty decent. I put the Chris Loalgi guitars plug-in on it, and I'm going to play this section in bypass mode. All right, so you can hear what the guitars sounded like when they came in, and then what we did to enhance them. Not bad. It's got some nice grit. All right, let's play that same section with the plug-in on. This is on. So we didn't do a whole lot of coloring to it. Just a little EQ, really just in treble world. A slightly aggressive compression, and just a little verb and a little delay. All right. Kind of the same thing with the lead guitar. As you can also hear, it is slightly panned to the right, just to create space from vocals and things like that. All right, we're gonna come back to the same section, and we're going to highlight the guitars. We're gonna add bed or piano with it. Yeah. All right, we'll tend to those cleans in a second. I am going to turn them up since I'm here in those one sections because I want to hear them a little bit cleaner. All right. Let's add bass to this. So as you can hear, before we add bass, let's add organ. As you can hear, the bed right here on this hook is pretty tight. Right. I'm not exactly sure if this organ is off. I believe that it is off, because I can hear some drum bleeds from the room. This is a good time to always check your files, engineers. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. I'm gonna bring the organ out just a little bit to kind of accentuate the lead guitars that are going. All right. Let's add bass to that same section. So right there, little things like pickup notes to me, I can hear those things. So they bother me. They may not bother you, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Let's isolate bass for a second. I want to add a slight compression on it. So really when his pop comes in, it's there, but it's not overtaking in the mix. I'm gonna give him a little bit more high end so I can hear some more of that string action. And a little high mids. Yeah. Yeah. We've got the Renaissance bass plug-in with the Dave Pensata preset. Yeah. that's a good marriage right there between distortion guitars and bass. All right. I should be able to hear both worlds. One shouldn't be overpowering the other, and they shouldn't be dominating each other. They should sing in harmony. In harmony, excuse me, in how they relate to each other. Let's add drums in that one section to bass and distortions, and then we're gonna add the whole band. So mic placement on this in particular song wasn't actually that bad, so I don't really feel the need a whole lot to chop down our tom tracks like we normally do, to get complete separation from cymbals and toms. We're gonna play this section again just to confirm that that's okay, or if we can just get away with a slight gate this time if we need it. So check this out. My tom tracks are all at unity, and my tom bus auxiliary track is at 5+. But I still feel like the toms are slightly behind me in volume wise. So what I'm going to do here is, before I get to any automations and telling volumes to jump and decrease and pan and all of that great stuff, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add me some head space on the gain side. I'm going to do all three toms at plus 3.5 dBs. On the gains, I have not changed my faders, which is where my mouse is right now. It's still at unity. So let's play that same section. Let's see the difference in the volume in toms before I add automation to them. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. All right, so we're gonna add our accordion. I feel like that feels great, but now I feel like I'm losing my distortions a little bit. I have a few ideas of what I want to do, but let's just see if it's just a volume thing right now before I add the extra stuff. I think that did it with the volume. I think that's okay with the volume. So we'll start from there, right? So we got some claps going on. Again, we're gonna do some gain structure on that one. We're gonna put it at 6 dB. Yeah. So now what I want to do is I want to add a little room to the claps. So I'm going to set up my track. I'm going to assign it to its master plugin, which is Programming Master. All right. And then I'm going to isolate and loop this section. Let's set up a chain. right, so now that we see the chain, clap aux, we can put it at unity. And let's start somewhere with, let's start with lustrous, sorry. As it's getting ready to load. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I think that's cool. Yeah. One last thing before we focus on colors real quick. I want to focus on hi-hat. I don't really hear him playing a whole lot of hi-hat in this section, and I want to confirm that he's not. All right. So I'm going to do some gain structuring, some aggressive gain structuring on the file itself. There we go. And then we're gonna focus on aux real quick for this one section. Very nice. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to shorthand this. I'm gonna duplicate the clap aux or the clap reverb, and I'm gonna move it on down to string and pad world. The reason why I'm doing that is because I know this in particular plugin that I have, a verb that I have on the claps. I really like that same for strings, so I'm gonna reassign it. This was just a short way of me just reassigning it without having to do it from scratch. Make sure it's in the right bus, master bus. So strings master. And then we're gonna make sure that it's going on here, that it is hitting the string verb. All right. Yeah. So let's bring the string verb down just a tad. It carries a little bit. That's a great rim shot. That's a great rim shot. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any sound replacements or layers on that rim shot. That is the natural rim shot from the drummer. So kudos to, I believe this is Leonard Maddox Jr. on drums on this song. right. Let's brighten these a little bit. Yeah. Let's brighten them and let's make them move. I like motion. It's already moving in the way that he's shifting the pitch bend, but it's not moving in field or depth. So let's create that. Slight panner on it. I hear you, whistles. And whoo, that was nice. Let's highlight that. I believe this is Ariane Tucker on Auxiliary World. Let's add a little bit of that shaker back in. So right there we can snatch it back down. Like that. I like this cricket that he did. I want to put that on the lead track just because I like the effects that are going to be there. And let's make this move also. Let's have it pan left to right. All right. And then we can turn that down in the mix. I hope you're getting a good sense of layering and how everything is blending together. I'm going to add some vocals into the mix so that you can get a better feel of it. And then that'll be the focus of this song on the mixing, all right? Let's jump back in. bells are there, but they're a little hidden. So again, we're gonna do some gain structure. All right, let's listen to these BGVs.
So don't give up now. God's about to bless you. Don't give up now. God's about to bless you.
That's nice. Just even in this flying section, I feel like that God's about to bless you. It's slightly delayed, so we're gonna just nudge that over just a little bit. Make sure we get all of it. Yeah. Let's go to where it's all about BGVs. All right, so let's blend levels. Top sound fine. Let's just slightly boost the bottom vocals. Right there. So when that, so don't give up now, if it needs a little bit more energy. So let's try to create that, one in volume and two in just some effects. Excuse me. So don't give up now. That's about to bless you. Don't give up now. That's about to bless you. Let's reduce the verb a little bit. Don't give up now. God's about to bless you. Don't give up now. God's about to bless you. All right. So we're gonna add that delay to the "Don't give up now" to the chorus. All right. So don't give up now. God's about to bless you. Don't give up now. God's about to bless you. Let's bring it up so we can actually hear it. So don't give up now. God's about to bless you. Don't give up now. God's about to bless you.
rejected, seems like no one.
This beginning part, let's dry this out a little bit. Let's reduce the reverb on the backings.
You can feel alone, seems like no one's there.
Yeah.
But you can feel rejected, seems like no one cares.
We'll completely kill the delay. Yeah, there we go. A little shine on the vocals. So we can really understand what they're saying. That's me. So, with the extra EQing that we just did on the BGV master, it gave me about a dB and a half of volume, but because of EQing. All right, so because of that, I'm gonna pull the overall volume just down maybe about a half a dB. And you say, what do you mean by the EQ gave you more dBs in volume? Well, when you adjust an EQ setting, depending on which ones it is, it will boost the volume because it's brightening up or diminishing a certain section. In this in particular case, we brightened up the background vocals a little bit more, and it allowed them to open up even to slightly louder in the mix. So the overall, I like the brightness of them, the clarity of them. I'm going to turn down the overall dBs on the BGVs because now they're a little too present in my face. But I like the clarity of them. All right, and let's highlight some. Sorry about this. Let's highlight some vocals. We just got done cleaning them. Sorry, we just got done cleaning them in Melodyne, and so now we are going dB comp. Nope. So that's David Borner's lead. And we're gonna drag this to his preset, and then that's Dave Martin's lead. Then we're gonna move to the preset. We're gonna get rid of the import tracks. And as you can see, my track count is pretty low on here. It says 67, but that's also with all of my effects tracks, and so this is the audio effects and bussing. So that's really good for all the what you're hearing. Let's isolate and let's preview Dave Martin's lead on his verse. He comes in at the second verse. We will isolate it, and we will also, I'll leave tune on, but I will dry everything else out. Sorry about that.
Darkness with nowhere else to go. You've been losing for so long, it seems that there is no hope, and all the answers to your problems may not seem to be clear, but God knows the plan He has for you. There's a reason why you're here. Just hold on.
Hold on, guys. We're going to do a part